It's the Project for Awesome, Project for Awesome, Project for Awesome, Project for Awesome, yeah! Hi, my name is Caitlin Kennefick. You may recognize me from such things as your life, because if you're watching this, it's probably because you know me and I made you. If, however, you are here not through my forcing, I thank you. And if you're here through me forcing you, I thank you as well. This is my Project for Awesome video, and it's in support of Danielle's place. I don't have a fancy camera or really interesting footage, so I'm just going to try to tell you a story, and I hope that you'll listen. When I was 13, I started starving myself and making myself throw up, and exercising too much and taking loads of diet pills and doing all sorts of terrible things to my body. In other words, I was very sick. I had a disorder that most of us are unfortunate enough to be familiar with, anorexia nervosa. When my parents discovered the nature of my condition, I was pulled from school and began the arduous process of recovery. See, recovery from anorexia is different from other mental illnesses. Patients with eating disorders' brains are not only faced with the neurosis and bad body image and all those other things that often come with mental illness. They're also facing severe malnourishment. It makes it all very difficult and demands a really comprehensive approach to treatment. Now, I'm going to try and get to the charity part of this video, but first I need to explain one more thing to you. Living in Canada means I am very fortunate in regards to the treatment I receive. Because healthcare is free to Canadians, eating disorders clinics are run through public hospitals. This meant that my treatment was not based on what my insurance could afford. It's fantastic because I'm not sure that my family nor I could have afforded the level of treatment that I required. However, youth mental illness is a horrifically underfunded area in North America, and this meant that the waiting list for treatment is very, very, very long. The severity of your case moves you up the line, but even then it can be months before you are admitted. In the meantime, I needed help now. This is where Danielle's Place came in. Danielle's Place is a non-for-profit organization in Mississauga, Ontario, that provides help for people with all kinds of eating disorders and their families. Although the organization has received grant money from the provincial government via the Ontario Trillium Foundation, they do not receive a budget from the government like an inpatient or outpatient clinic does, seeing as they are a support center, not a clinic. They offer art therapy, group work, a library of resources, and even yoga classes. Going into treatment is second to coming out, the scariest thing I have ever done. Danielle's Place was a first step. It's dipping your toe in. It makes it easier to keep going. Danielle's Place also offers counseling to the friends, family, and significant others of eating disorders patients. Eating disorders have a massive effect not only on the person who's suffering from the disorder, but the people they are around. These people need to learn how to cope and help. And I'm so grateful for Danielle's Place and how they help my family. Danielle's Place, like so many other eating disorder support centers, is named after someone who lost their battle with their disorder. Danielle was 25 when she died, and her story is just one of so many who've been lost to the mental illness that claims more lives than any other. It's facts like these that terrify me and keep me up at night. I don't want anyone to go through that ever again, but they will, and that's why we need places like Danielle's Place. Just a late night editing note, if you or a loved one is suffering from an eating disorder, or if you're interested in helping out Danielle's Place, you can check out the info in the doobly-doo. Best wishes and DFTBA.